And secondly, the outbreak that has killed some students in our country, in Ashanti region and one in other places, is sad. But that brings to mind the negligence of our leaders and our government systems. When I monitored the news, I heard some information that clearly shows that the government structures have ignored some very important people. And that is why we get problems like this. Who are those people? The veterinary medical doctors. Very, very important. In fact, they are more important than the medical doctors. Because veterinary doctors are the ones who will discover diseases. Because 70 and over % of human diseases are gotten from animals. Those who are scientists, they know what I'm talking about. Major diseases that kill human beings. In fact, the records are discovered in the world shows that every year over 200 million people die from diseases that came from animals. Whether you are playing with the animals, whether you eat the animals, whether you roast them or chew them, whatever. Diseases that come into human beings come from animals. Now, who are the ones dealing with the animals? Veterinary. That is why in every country, the veterinary has to qualify an animal before it's slaughtered. Can we say that in Ghana here it's working? People bring meat to the market. You ask them, where are the buremunam? Whether they are human being ties or not, you don't even know. How can you bring this into the market? People roast meat and you can't identify the meat because there's no head. And they just tell you uremunam, which means bush meat. So which veterinary cross-check this meat before we are eating it? When bats, in fact, in my research that I discovered that bats carry disease more than all animals. Look at bats, oh. They are a harbor of disease. Hey, bats. But look at how we chew bat, oh. When you go to chop bar, bat meat is expensive than aponche, the goat meat. Hey. And people are chewing bat. And it's full of diseases. So let the government system begin to wake up. We can't ignore the veterinary doctors because they are very important. And in fact, I was shocked that the number of veterinary doctors we have in this country is so small. They are very small. And we don't even regard them, we don't even involve them. In America, veterinary doctors take more pay than proper doctors. Animal doctors, hey, they don't joke with them. Because they are the ones that protect the country from sicknesses. Because if the veterinary don't do their work, diseases will come and doctors cannot solve. Because doctors, for them, they can't solve disease. They have to get the information, what kind of disease, what can be used to destroy that disease. And the information can only come from the veterinary. Because they would have known the disease and know what caused it and know what medicine you can use against it. So let's see our government structures, our authorities. Let's bring back the regard and respect for our veterinary doctors so that we can solve these disease outbreaks. And the secret I discovered in the whole deal is that when we ignore the veterinary doctors, there's a danger. Because the pharmaceutical industries use them to do their business. The pharmaceutical industries can go to the veterinary doctors, maybe give them some big money, and they can show them some disease that the pharmaceutical industry can go and make medicine ready. Then they can let these veterinary people pump the disease into the crowd. Yes, it's dangerous. Because you don't regard them, they will force you to regard them. You see, this world is a world that is to kill, steal, and to destroy. That's Satan's agenda. So if we are not knowledgeable, Satan will use the veterinary doctors to kill us and to destroy us and to cheat us. The cheating here is what the pharmaceutical industry can connive with them and do. You have been hearing that Ebola came from bat. Is that not what you heard? Now, how did the Ebola jump from the bat and come and enter human being? So that's the question you should ask. So you should know that there's some connection somewhere. Somebody did something. So let us be careful as leaders of our countries that if we joke with veterinary doctors, they are dangerous. If we ignore them, they can show us that they are powerful because they can do dangerous things which we do. You can't even hold them. Yes, you can't hold them. You can't do anything to them. You have no proof, you have no evidence. So let us be very, very careful because the veterinary people are very important. We must regard them and we must use them. That is why up to now, government is not able to tell us what killed the students. Up to now, they can't. They said, when they say it's cerebral spinal marker, they say it's not like that. They say, is it bird flu? They say it's not. So what is it? Because if the veterinary people are not involved, you can't know what it is. And if they have ignored them, how do they get the information? So let's do something about it.